our thrifty, frugal and money-saving home here in Brittany in northwest France. My name is Jane, my husband Michael's behind the camera. We're early retirees, living off a pension and sharing our money saving with you. And every Friday we share our frugal food with you. And today is fish, chips and peas for €1. Now, if you're wondering, how do I work it out that it's €1 per person? I'll show you that today. I'll show you a little bit of the maths, a bit of the arithmetic of how I work that out. I will show you how I make it, and then you'll see the end result. And it's easier than you think. So here goes. Here's how we make €1 per person, fish, chips and peas. Let's run through my ingredients for fish, chips and peas. We are using a white fish. We're using pollock, and that's a really good white fish, a very tasty white fish. We've then got 3 potatoes. We've got plenty of chips with this today. And we'll have half a tin of little peas each. This would work out cheaper if I was using frozen garden peas, but I don't have any, so I'm relying on my store cupboard. That's a reality. I'm not going to go out and buy a bag of frozen peas just because it's what we're having for dinner today. I'm resourceful. So those are my ingredients. I'm then going to run through the actual costs of those. Let's look at how I got this meal to €1 per person. Potatoes that I bought 10 kilos of are 57 cents a kilo. I've got 667 grams of potatoes. I have therefore got less than a kilo. I've got 19 cents a person for those potatoes. The bag of pollock was $3.99. There were 11 pieces in there. We've got 1 piece each, so that's 36 cents. Peas were 64 a tin, 64 cents a tin, 32 each. Flour was 44 cents a kilo. There's 100 grams that I'm using. Divide that by 2. That is 4 cents each. The beer was 20 cents a bottle, so we can call that 10 cents each. That comes to €1, 1 cent. I round up anything over 5 cents, I round down anything under 5 cents. So we've got this to €1 each for fish, chips and peas. And that's how I get my meals to such a low price, is because I'm looking at the unit price of everything. So that's how I costed it. First thing I did was wash my potatoes, and I cut those into chips. After that, I am going to part cook these in boiling water until they are just done. I will then drain them and leave them to dry. Now, when I cook fish, chips and peas, I get everything ready. I'm trying to move things into shot here. I have made my batter. I have just taken the flour and salt. I have added the beer, and I have used a metal whisk until there are no lumps, but you can see how thick it is. But first of all, remove my camera. My potatoes are cooked. They are soft. Let me show you this. They are cooked and they are dry. They still have the skin on. Let's move this around here. And then, sorry about the noise, you can see I have my pan of oil heating up. And here I have the oven on and a baking tray to go in the oven. I cook the chips first because you want the batter crispy on the fish. The chips will stay crispy in the oven, a nice hot oven, not too hot. I'll have it around 180 to keep the chips hot. So I have everything ready to go. My fish is covered in flour, my batter is ready, my potatoes are cooked, my oven is on, and my fat is getting hot. I am using sunflower oil. I strain it and I use that again for any frying. So let's get going. If you can hear me over the sizzling, the first batch are going to go in the oven to keep warm. The second batch have gone into the pan. You can see I use a slotted spoon to move them around in the oil, and I fry them on the highest temperature. So the next thing, my chips are in the oven, they are cooked, they are keeping warm in there. The fish fries in minutes, so they won't be in there for long. My peas have cooked in the microwave because they're tinned, they just need reheating. My fish is floured. I'm going to dip it in the batter with tongs. I normally would use my hands, but I'm not doing that on video. And then I will pop them into the hot oil. The oil, I have turned the temperature down because I don't need it quite so hot with the batter. So I will do that next. There it is, homemade fish, chips and peas, and what you can see on that plate costs €1. I've actually got some spare in the baking tray keeping warm. I actually think I probably could have stretched this meal 2-3 people, but we are very, very hungry people. And it is a treat, isn't it, to have fried fish in lovely crispy beer batter with a sprinkle of vinegar and some salt. It isn't something that everyone eats every day. So there it is, fish, chips and peas for €1. Well, that was last night's supper and it was delicious. Light, fluffy, crispy batter, golden chips and buttery, delicious peas. It was heavenly. I hope you get a chance to cook yours too. Now, here's a question for you. How do you work out the unit costs of your meals? Do you try and set things to a certain price per person, per meal? If you've enjoyed this video, make sure that you give it a like. If you enjoy money saving or how we can share our tips and hints with you, make sure that you are a subscriber, because I know half of you watching are not. So go on, hit the subscribe button. Just leaves me to say thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment. I reply to everyone. You can ask questions. You can ask questions about thrifty food or thrifty living. No such thing as a silly question, and every one of you are welcome here. I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.